That is the Italian passion, Ernesto. I never thought working in an energy company could be so much fun and feel so passionate about it. No, don't come back, don't come back.
Say that I'm not Italian. My spirit is now more Spanish than Italian.
Oh, okay. Well, you keep the Italian spirit, please. Okay, thank you to Ernesto Chorra. With that Italian Spanish passion we all have. That was lovely. Actually, I answered 5,000 myself as well, so I guess that makes me talented. Dumb, but talented. You too? Yeah, there you go. Now we won't do it next time. Okay, so we spoke about scaling, blockchain, about space. We spoke about success, but there's something else we haven't spoken about yet, dealing with startups, entrepreneurs, etc., which is, nobody's read the program, failure. Somebody's read the program, thanks a lot. Failure is the cousin of success. You need failure to have success as well, right? Ernesto just mentioned it. Are you ready to fail? So, do you want success? I ask you, do you guys want success? Yes? So are you ready to fail? Yes, well, you're in luck, because our next speaker is come all the way here to talk precisely about failure and other stuff. Because he's a serial entrepreneur, he's a venture capitalist, a philanthropist, and a global instigator for good. And he will take us on a journey as he shares his successes and his failures. As a global high-tech entrepreneur, he co-founded 10 companies. 3 of them failed. 1 is still a zombie. But the other 6 produced a total market cap of over $8 billion. Today, he's the founder and chairman of Global Innovation Catalyst, an advisory services firm. Do you want to start a business but you're scared of failure? Well, he says, if you don't do it, that's already 100 guaranteed failure. And he adds, happiness is to have dreams, success is to make them come true. That's the spirit, and he is a truly inspirational man. So please, let's welcome Kamran Elahian. Elahian, I've been practicing at the... Kamran Elahian, thank you.
Thank you, Elena. Pleasure. Highly appreciate it. Well, I guess the only good news I have for you is that after me, there is only one more speaker left. And you can all go and have nice cerveza and great dinner. I'm going to talk about a topic that is not easy to talk about. Failure. It's not good. Don't let anybody fool you that failure does not hurt. It really hurts. It's horrible. You know, I was 26 years old when I started my first company. Before I was 30 years old, Tektronix bought it for $75 million. My second company was called Cirrus Logic, and this company grew like crazy, father of fabless semiconductor industry. Revenue reached 1.1 billion, and market cap was 3.5 billion. At this time, right after IPO, I have a dream, a real dream. In my dream, I was reading Wall Street Journal. But the paper and the journal was strange in my dream. In my dream, front page, there was an article about the cars, automotive industry. And there was an ad about Honda. In my dream, my finger went and I touched the ad on the newspaper. It woke up, became a color video. This was 1989. And I said, my God, universe is talking to me. I've always had these beliefs that you do certain things, you establish a relationship with the real cloud, not just Amazon, not just Microsoft Azure, not Web's cloud, the real cloud. You get some answers. I woke up and I said, I'm going to drop everything, go and create my third company. And my idea was, I will make that dream come true. By this time, because of my 2 previous successes, nobody would say no to me. All the investors lined up. I was very arrogant, raised $40 million, and I was like a golden boy. Couldn't do anything wrong. The biggest names all joined me. I hired Vice President of Engineering from Atari, Vice President of Marketing from Apple, COO from Apple, Vice President of Finance from Seagate. All big names, big things. And started to build my dream. Nothing like that existed. Worked very hard. 2.5 years later, we created Momenta Computer. Google it up. It looked like iPad, except it was a little bit more advanced. No buttons, like iPhone 10. No buttons. Now, it was missing many things. We didn't have internet at that time. We didn't have color LCDs. Many other features were not available yet. But we were so excited. It was on the cover of about 20 magazines. And we got 10 awards as the MVP, future of computing. You ship it. We have huge orders, $300 million worth of orders. I projected to my board of directors that our first year revenue would be $100 million, break all the records. First few months, we shipped a few thousand of them. Everything looks good, fantastic. Second quarter, they are all coming back. Say, what happened? People did not know how to use their fingers or a pen. They had to keep it on the screen so it would wake up. Said, oh, no button, how do you turn this on? It doesn't work. And how do you communicate that, hey, it's a new user interface? Apple spent a few $100 million teaching us finger, the touch, all of that. Remember all the ads Apple was running when it introduced iPhone. This was 1991, November 1991, when we introduced the product. So idea was great, the dream was great, and it all collapsed. It was April 1st, 1992, when all of these are coming back. Everybody is thinking sky is falling down. I found out, I go to work, there is a board meeting. And I said, I'm the founder, CEO, chairman. I didn't call a board meeting. The board member said, no, we called a board meeting. We want to fire you, and we are promoting your COO, who was CEO of Apple, to be the president. He will do better. I couldn't believe it. I said, come on. It was April 1st. April 1st is April Fool's Day. I thought it was a joke. But no, they kick you out. You're not even allowed to come back to your own company. It's your baby. You have worked so hard. So what happens? Anybody can think? Something really bad happens. what is the first step? We refuse to accept the failure. We don't accept the loss. Next morning, I woke up, put my suit on, grabbed my briefcase. My wife says, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to work." She says, "You got fired yesterday. There is no job." I said, "No, that could not be true. How could this company survive without me?" Then, a few days pass. You start to accept that, yeah, you were fired. You can't go to work. It sinks in. What's the next step? Anger. Why did they fire me? I had 2 big successes. I'm the greatest entrepreneur. I have done everything right. You are so angry. And you put the blame in your mind on everybody else except yourself. After a few hours, a few days, you start to calm down and you say, why am I blaming other people? I was the founder, I was the CEO, I hired all of the team. If the product doesn't work, I can't and I should not blame anyone else. I hired them. The blame is on me. And you feel really sad. It hurts. You lose your confidence, especially if you believe that this was your life mission. Somebody from up there, universe, God, Allah, Jesus, whatever you believe, Buddha, the real cloud talked with you and gave you a vision of the future, and you followed that, and goddamn, you failed. What should you do at that time? If you are man enough, you cry a little bit. Strong men are not afraid to cry. It's one of the greatest healing in the world. You cry a little bit, and you start to look at what next. And as difficult as it might be, you start to think, a new chapter in my life, I have to do something new. So, I started to think, why did I start a company? I couldn't find any other reason except my dream. And if I cannot trust my dreams anymore, what should I do? I didn't need money. I still had a lot of money from my second success. I didn't want to be famous. I already was on the cover of a lot of magazines. I didn't need control. I was in charge of everything in my company. So you're confused. The Aborigines in Australia have a method that is really fantastic. When they are confused, they don't know what to do, they go for a walkabout. And they don't come back till they have peace. So I started on a walkabout, except mine was around the world. And every country that I always wanted to visit, and I never had a chance, I visited. As I visited every country, I would spend time, learn a little bit of their culture, learn a little bit about their religion, about their race, and slowly something amazing started to emerge. Every country I visited, the people said their country is the best. Their race is superior to everyone else. Their religion is the best. better than every other religion. You know, Japanese believe that Japan is land of gods, protected by gods. Chinese believe they are the only civilized race. That's why they need a wall to keep the barbarians out. Persians believe that Persian Empire was the greatest, and they gave the whole gift to the whole world. The Romans say, no, 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 we gave the gift to the world. The Greeks say, no, we did it. You want to know what the French think? The Jews never think they're a superior race. Have they ever said that, like in Israel? Everybody thought they were the best and God's gift to humanity. And every religion said, we are the best religion, and if you don't believe in us, you will go to hell. When I would hear that, I would ask them, you believe in God? They would say, yes. Say, your God created 7.5 billion people. They say, yes. I say, how many people are in your religion? Their answer would be 50 million, 100 million, 1 billion, whatever. You know, there are a few hundred religions from Africa alone. I would say, so your religion, say at max, has 1 billion people. Your God created 7.5 billion. 6.5 billion of them are screwed up, will not go to heaven, do not pass quality standards. If that God was my vice president of manufacturing, I would fire him for poor quality. As you go through this, you learn we are all the same. And then you say, I wonder if the whole world had a chance to go through this exercise. People learn, what's the big deal about this country or that country, that country? What is important is our humanity. Any astronaut who has gone up there, who has tried to look for their borders, guaranteed cannot find their country. Because when you look up from space station down, there are no lines drawn for borders. A thought came to my mind, a whole new dream. Maybe my purpose in life is to do 3 things. Develop new companies that allow people to communicate with each other using internet, make the devices cheaper and easier to carry so that everybody would have a chance to use the internet, to learn about other cultures, create companies which from day one are global so that people from different nations, different religions could work together. And after you buy a nice home, you buy a nice car, give it all away. Who says you need to have 10 homes to be happy? That's the biggest headache. 1 home is all you need. Who says you need to have an airplane to be happy? It's one of the loneliest things to fly corporate jet. And nobody needs a yacht. If you really want one, you use it a few days a year, rent one through sharing economy. Give your money away to change the world. And when you look at this, a few years later, you say, my God, I'm so lucky that I failed. And that was why all of these steps were there, so that I would lose my pride. I was thinking I can't do anything wrong, and I would learn humanity. And this gift was the greatest gift universe gave me because of my failure. Thank you very much.